Greetings from Dystopia, episode 87, Summer Solstice. We're 2 days shy of the solstice, but the weather today is absolutely perfect. Right now it's 90 degrees. Of course, I'm sitting in the shade, so it's easy to say, yeah, it's perfect, but it's 90 degrees. The humidity is right where it should be. There's a very light breeze coming in from the west and coming under the cool shade trees. It's picking up some of the cool. So it's the perfect breeze. The light bar test yesterday, the LED, I soldered it all up like I was talking about, cut it to length, heat shrinked the board and left the IR transmitter or receiver sticking out. Works like a charm. I plugged it into a 10,000 milliamp hour battery last night, turned it on, left it on red at full brightness, and let it run all night. It ran right around 12 hours when I shut it off this morning, and it hadn't even dropped one indicator LED on the battery. So it worked extremely well. Power consumption is way better than what I assumed. Wondering probably why I keep looking down. I'm rebuilding my camera sled to add in audio, to add the Olympus recorder onto the pod. So I'm going to change and go to more of a, so right now it's a horizontal configuration with the camera on the back side. I'm thinking I'm going to turn around and go to a vertical. Actually, I could leave it just like this and just flip everything to the other side. But I need to rotate the camera mount, get it up to the top. And that's what I'm noodling through right now in my head, is trying to figure out how everything needs to be oriented on this. It's a perfect day to do it. Just sit out in the sun or in the shade. I will be out in the sun in a little bit. I'll go for a walk. But probably would be better if I had the camera oriented this way, but it's sunlit back there behind you. Obviously, the sun is to the south. So I decided to do it this way. So I'm setting everything on this rock behind me. Decided last night, as kind of an experiment, I want to get the mindset, I had to scratch too at the same time, get the mindset that if I want it, I have to build it. And that's kind of the challenge to myself right now, is to do this that way. You know, if I want it to work, I have to build it. I want to build a new, I want a new binaural microphone array, so stereo mics, wide field. And I decided I'll build it. I will disassemble my old one. I need to do a height fit here. Okay, so right about there. So yeah, if I want it, I have to build it. So the mic array, the new binaural mic, I'll build. I ordered, I don't remember if I talked about this in an episode or not, but I ordered a set of ears. I'm assuming they're silicone rubber. They're used for people that do piercings as trainers, but I bought a new set. These actually have the ear and a wider circle of material around it. There's several ways I could do it. One is a mannequin head and then cut in to bring the wires up through the neck up to the ears that I would mount into that mannequin head. The problem I have with that is that mannequin heads are hard. They're not a soft material, so sound does not behave the same when it hits the head of the mannequin. The ear would behave the same because it's silicone. but the head would not. It would reflect sound back. So I'm coming up with different ideas in my head about using a yoga block again, or several yoga blocks, to build a head shape similar to my old rig. I'll probably have to pull that out so I can show you, but you can just imagine a yoga block long way, 2 pieces of wood angled backwards. The microphones are, one is slightly lower than the other one, and they're angled out. I liked it, but the nose block performed, the yoga block performed the way it should. Sound hit it, and I scalloped it with another piece of the end of the yoga block that was cut off to create like the cheek shape. And that sound came in really nice, but on closer audio, like closer to the trees, there was a reflected sound wave you could actually hear, and it was highly annoying. So anyways, that's the next big project. Computer stuff. I'll be back on the bench actually this afternoon to hook up the time-lapse camera and get that finished shooting for the from the bench segments. And then we'll see what's next on the bench. Had a lot of questions, stuff pertaining to the bench, so we'll get back to that pretty soon. All right, I'm going to work on this, eat my lunch, go for a walk, and then I'll shoot some video with you guys in a bit. Okay, so I rebuilt the rig. I haven't actually had lunch yet. I can get my phone out here and I'll take a picture. So what I have on the lower part right here is a camera mount, a phone mount with a cold shoe. And that is the resting place for the Rode mic when it's not in use. The camera is now oriented vertically on the bar. And I'll get up and I'll turn. Get a couple angles for you. This is actually the front end of the rig. The audio facing forward. There you go. Now I'm curious, is this lapel mic even working? Because I just noticed the connector is at an odd angle as it goes into the audio adapter. So let me stop, check that out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that does work, and now I've got a lawnmower coming up. See you in a bit. All right, well, clearly I'm going to have to eat my lunch and then go for a walk because he's cutting the grass on this piece of property. So let me eat some lunch and then I'll be back. Okay, well, that was pretty much for naught. I did rebuild the camera rig. I'll put some pictures in here with some video. Shot a couple time lapses, had my lunch, and enjoyed the afternoon, but unfortunately I couldn't shoot any more live video or live audio. They came out and started cutting the grass at the house I was talking about. And then they were working on the backhoe. just doing maintenance on it, but it was running and the hydraulics were squeaking and some days it's going to be hard to get video. Anyway, I'm going to go back and start editing this up for you guys. I may go out fishing later on this evening. If I do, I'll just post up a separate video, just the GoPro shots. I got a question at the end of it yesterday. I put up the clip where I was adjusting the camera and the fish got away. Yes, that was the smallmouth. That's why I was cussing. And I had to bleep that one out because there were some bad words there. And I'm trying to keep the videos relatively PG. But yeah, that was pretty good. Man. Saw a bunch of smallies today. They're all up on their beds in there. Northern hogsucker. Yes. That was the other question. It is a native here. By species, description, and everything, it is a northern hogsucker. Although people around here just call them hogsuckers, trash fish, which to me it's not. I was actually reading yesterday the best methods for catching them, so I'm going to have to research that a little bit more and give that a try. Put that one on my bucket list. I thought I had caught one, and I looked in my little spreadsheet, and it's not listed there. So there's another fish to nail off. The beeps coming in are a friend of mine. I'm messing with her because tomorrow is her birthday. And I know she watches the videos, so. But yeah, as you guys noticed yesterday, getting old is on my mind the last few days. And I'm going to blame Mike for that email saying, dude, you're going to retire in 7 years. Oh, the audio clips. That was the other one. I posted up on the website yesterday that I'm going to start putting audio up to SoundCloud. I renamed my old account. There are 4, I think, audio files up there now. As I find the old ones on my NAS, I'll upload those. New audio that's field recorded and not used in video will end up on SoundCloud. But anyways, I'll go back, finish editing this, and get it uploaded. And I will probably see you guys in a second video tonight or tomorrow if I go over fishing. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. Be good, be well, and again, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys. And as a little extra for the end, I did find out that mounting my audio recorder to that mount won't work. Let me repeat that, or let me rephrase that. It works, but every bit of vibration goes from the tripod to the mount to the recorder mount and into the recorder. So I have to dig through my boxes and find my isolation mount for it. And then I'll put that on tomorrow or tonight. Anyways, see you guys.